close that door.
Okay.
3, 2.
Nah, leave it open. There's always room for more.
Hey, peace, and welcome back to the Divinity Podcast. I'm your host, Divinity, the Pod MC, and we are in, Season 2, Episode 8. Hey, damn, I'm great. And the episode is entitled Appreci8, because I want to take my time and do this nice and slow. You know how they tell you to just stop and smell the roses? Well, this is kind of what this episode is about, right? So I got to thinking about how, you know, when you were dating and somebody be like, yo, dang, they got you open like a book. And I had to ask myself, when was the last time I actually heard that, right? And how befitting for this episode, because me, myself, I can appreciate a good read. And maybe that's the problem today. People don't like to open a book. Everything is fast, everything's convenient. They even got audiobooks for you to make it easier for you. And I'm not knocking whatever you choose to do, that's fine. As for me, I like the way the pages feel. I like to feel the spine of the book. I like that feeling when you get to that last page and you finally close the book and you're like, another one for the books. Now, everything is everything and everything is good, right? Now, my question to you is, when's the last time you heard somebody say 7-Eleven, open like 7-Eleven? That was for you, Chi. Now, the episode is Appreci8, and I appreciate the good book, so maybe that's why people don't appreciate people anymore. They don't even want to take their time to read you, understand you. So, here it comes. You knew I had to go back to season 1, episode 8, entitled Dating 411. We hit you with a dose of nostalgia when we discussed dating in the 90s before social media, right? And how you had to work for it. From love letters to beepers to no caller ID, and you sitting there waiting by the phone, right? And then you on the phone until you fall asleep. You like, oh, you smell so cute, right? I said that in season 1 too, but I had to reuse it because that's cute, right? You miss those days. And now, those were the days. And yet, here we are. Now, we can FaceTime and Skype to see the ones that we love, right? We got emojis talking for us. People posting statuses about their F's and their E's, hoping for a like or a share when the person who needs to hear it is sitting right there in the next room doing the exact same thing, DMing your replacement. All because we've become so complacent with AI. No, number 3. We ate all generosity for Snapchat filters and messages that disappear. And now you wonder why ghosting's at an all-time high amongst our peers. Slow it down for me. What's the symbol for Snapchat? Teach me the game, ghost! So how often do you stop to just appreciate? Now, I got some impromptu guests coming. And I don't even want to call them guests because they at home already, right? So I just want you to take your time, come to the mic, and tell me what you appreciate. And then I'm going to rebuttal off of you because this is Divinity Podcast and I do what I want to do. So, live a little. That's the movement. Key, got the keys to life. Chi, you can get in on this. So I just want you ladies to tell me something that you are appreciative of, yet what you appreciate, because this is episode 8. Don't worry about the door, that's cool. That's genuine. They can hear this is real.
Nah,
Leave it open. There's always room for more. So, Liv, tell me, what is some things or one thing that you appreciate? Come on now. Don't be scared.
kind of tall. I don't know if I can.
You got
This
it?
way, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All I have to say, you kind of put me on the spot here,
That's
but
good. That's good. That's raw material.
life, my breath, my being, just being able to wake up in the morning.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm thankful.
right.
I appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
Come on.
so much.
Look at Key. She over there smiling. She like she took my answer.
She did.
She did. Duality. That's that.
Right.
Out of
I
eye.
knew she was gonna do it though.
Capricorn
So,
shit.
aside from, it's yours.
Yeah, but kids listen.
They heard it before.
Yes, they did. We know they did.
It's not okay. So, aside from life, I gotta say, people.
Be careful with that.
No.
Okay,
It's,
okay.
It's that's what I'm trying to
I
explain.
know you're about to
Alright.
come crazy.
I appreciate the people that's for you. You know, the people that's for you, the people that give you what you need. You know, that kind of return the energy that you put out. You know,
Reciprocity.
yeah, it's a beautiful thing. It's
It
a beautiful
really
thing.
is.
And even those that you don't even know, you know, like that's why I said just people, period, not just family, loved ones, because you'll run into these people.
Absolutely.
You know?
Family could do you the worst.
Exactly. So I'm gonna say people, life, love,
Love.
1,000 times.
Absolutely.
1,000 times over.
Those my engineers. You can't have them.
Yeah.
But for a fee, we might be ready to work. You gonna leave it
I'm
there?
gonna leave it there.
Okay, so those are my beautiful engineers. Shout out to Liv and Key. You know, they keep me balanced. But we got the head guy in charge, Chi. You want to say something? Or you want to be quiet this episode? Okay.
I appreciate all of you.
I know, I appreciate you too. So back into the episode. I just wanted to change it up a little bit, do something different for you, the listeners. And maybe that'll give you a little bit more detailed insight from another person's mouth. Because I get behind this mic because I love all of you. And I love me. So it's only right that I want you to get to that point where you love yourself, you know yourself, and you don't tolerate anybody's BS. Right? So how often do you stop, right? To just appreciate whatever it is, from waking up, from being able to wash up, because some people don't have running clean water. Shout out to Flint, Puerto Rico, okay, Newark, Brick City. So it's just the little simplest things that we take for granted. And I want to ask you, when is the last time you just stopped to appreciate? We always want more, and there's no problem in that. You should always want more. But when was the last time you actually looked around you and were grateful for the things you have now? Do you take the time to just be present, to focus on where you are now? I shared this with you most recently. I sat and I just looked around me. And I had to say it felt pretty darn good. Because I was just still and I was present and I cried because I remember there was a time when I had nothing. A time where I felt so low, but never low enough to give up, always forward. I just simply took the time to appreciate me, my life, my story, the things that got me here. The fact that I'm living, breathing. I can see, roof over my head, belly fed. There's a lot of things that could be gone in a minute. So I ask, When was the last time you stopped to appreciate the fact you have something? So simple like having a vehicle, because at one time you were walking, taking a bus, taking a train, public transportation. And when was the last time you stopped to appreciate your home? The place, the very place you rest your head, your very own place at that. Especially if you didn't have a place to live. And when was the last time you just stopped to appreciate all the blessings and all the lessons that made you grow? Right? And as I sit and I become reminiscent of a time that I remember when I was pregnant with my shorty, right? My mom and my Aunt Jackie, hey, Jack, they took the time to throw me and my significant other at the time a baby shower. Now, I was just expecting a handful of people. So when I walked in, and my aunt, at the time, she had this big old house on Weekway. And when I walked into the dining room, we couldn't even get in the dining room because it was filled with gifts from the floor to the ceiling. I literally stopped and I cried. Because that's in a moment where, I was feeling so low. I'm like, I don't know if it's the hormones or whatever, but in that moment, I felt like my family really appreciated me enough to do something like this and to show up. They showed out. And we was in the backyard cooking, grilling, chilling. I couldn't drink. I was pregnant with shorty, so I was just looking like, But I appreciate that. And as I get to thinking about my life, and when I look things over, I can honestly say that I am the best version of me until something comes along to challenge me and make me appreciate that too. So I ask, when was the last time you just stopped to appreciate? Now, my job, well, that's to feed you. And how you digest it, meaning how you take it, meaning how you eat it, how you swallow it. That's personal. To some of y'all, that go over y'all head. But as for me, and as for mine, it's always forward. Forward always. Hey, until next time, peace. Appreciate the things you have, because you didn't have them at one time. And if you're looking, you don't really have enough time to do all the things that you wished. And when you on your deathbed, you gonna sit and think and say, oh, maybe I shoulda, coulda, woulda, but you didn't. Hey, peace.